Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Classroom Hacks Insta-Activity video. Now, just for some background, before we get into this video discussion, as always, we are live from the Pantheon of Pedagogy, the mecca of methodology, your vacation from vacation, your activity acropolis, where you can learn to seriously take teaching not so seriously. This is, and we are, Classroom Hacks. And so if you are clicking on this video and you are going over to this section of our YouTube channel, the Insta-Activity playlist of our Classroom Hacks YouTube page is dedicated to quick classroom or homework activities when you find yourself in a bind or need a quick lesson on the go. These activities have been used in my classroom personally and can be revised to accommodate individual, group, synchronous, asynchronous, or project assignments. So for all of you watching and all of you interested or who might need a little assistance, feel free to modify or tweak this coursework to fit your classroom needs. I'll provide a link to the assignments that we talk about in these videos in the description below. I hope these videos and lessons serve you well, fellow hacks, and I hope that you're able to use them in assignments going forward. And if any of you find a way to modify or tweak them that you feel could be beneficial to the community, please send them back our way, or feel free to post on our Classroom Hacks social media pages with any updates or revisions that you think would be helpful. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Classroom Hacks Insta-Activity video series here on the Classroom Hacks YouTube page. If you clicked on this video, as stated in the introduction, this is the first installment for the sort of quick fix lesson plans or activities that you can use in your classrooms if you are in a bind or if you are in need of an assignment because you have lost a sense of inspiration, or you just are at sort of a wit's end, or you need some sort of refreshed sort of template for you to utilize in your class. We've all been there. And as part of this educational community, one of the things that we try to do here at Classroom Hacks is provide any source material that will be helpful in getting you some information that you can use in your own classrooms. And we hope that you will return the favor to us in any way by posting to our social media page, or to just leave us some emails or anything that you can do that we can sort of share in the commonwealth of each other's classes. And so for this particular video, the first Insta-Activity we're going to talk about that I use in my class is called the Sundance Short Film Assignment. And so I teach English 1101 or 101, which is sort of the introductory English class where we talk about different types of writing and different types of projects and really try to get students to start critical thinking when it comes to different topics and assignments. And one of the first major assignments we do in our class is a personal narrative. Now, one of the things that our department wanted us to do originally with this assignment was ask students how reading and writing have influenced them in their life. However, as time went on in my academic tenure, I realized that reading and writing was a little myopic in its focus. So I branched it out and expanded it to how has a personal interest influenced you in your life. So this is where students have developed projects around sports, music, art, even video games. I've asked how a personal experience or event has influenced you positively or negatively. Why I say negatively is because I do feel that students oftentimes, and we as people, learn more from failure than we do from success. So this is where I've had students develop projects around addiction, divorce, loss in their life, grief. And then the last one is there a particular individual who has influenced you positively or negatively? And so students have built projects around talking about their parents, their coaches, their teachers, their bosses. And this kind of expands the discussion in terms of letting me know about their backstory, where they come from, how they're influenced, how their perspective is shaped. And it allows them to sort of branch out and talk about things or even vent about things that they possibly haven't had to do before. Now, one of the things about a personal narrative is that it's not always easy to tell a story. But why I use this Sundance Short Film of the Week page is because basically, if you're unfamiliar with the Sundance Film Festival, it's an independent film festival where you get a variety of different films. However, the Short of the Week website gives you a lot of these shorter films that can be anywhere from 2 minutes to 45 minutes. And so what I'll have my students do is they will go through these archives and they'll pick a film of their choice, whether it's a documentary, a comedy, a suspense movie, a thriller, or even an animated film, and I'll have them watch it. And then I provide them with a template for this that essentially breaks down the questions that I want them to look at. So for them, sometimes it's difficult to just get the project rolling or get the assignment started. So when I have them watch these films, I have them look at it through these questions so that they kind of get an idea of what they can look for in their own projects, whether it's a podcast or whether it's an essay, a personal narrative, a website, a video project. And so I'll ask them, what appears to be the primary plot of the short film? Simply, what is the film about? In what ways does the short film take something ordinary and make it extraordinary? So if this is a film about a breakup, one of the examples I use is the film titled How to Lose Weight 4 Easy Steps. And in this particular film, we see this protagonist go through a breakup, and essentially it is the inspiration for him to lose weight. But what we see in this film is the mindset. So you get a voiceover of his inner monologue going on, and then there's a lot of fast cuts. And so this is a way that they take this idea of a breakup, something that many of us have gone through, but make it this sort of extraordinary journey, this odyssey of how this person reinvents himself, finds himself, and then ultimately falls in love again. How does the piece show opposed to tell? So one of the things that I'll ask is, what would be different if the film didn't have a voiceover? What would be different if this film was told from a different character's perspective? What would be different if the film was animated opposed to actually a live action film? What aspects of the film did you enjoy? And what aspects of the film did you question or think could be revised? And then when I was doing this as in my online class, I had them look at other students' responses. So they got to not only watch a film of their own, they got to watch another student's film, and they were able to respond and sort of address any aspects of the film that their fellow classmates watched that they also liked, maybe different themes that their classmates might have missed that they were able to pick up on, or even different points of observation about the film itself that they were able to utilize in a discussion. And so this is a nice interactive sort of project or assignment that you can have students work on. You can have this be as short as a class period. I typically would say that because some of these films are a bit longer, you may want to save this for a class that's over an hour, or if this is a longer class day, you can use it for one class. I typically like to have this as a weekly assignment, so students have enough time throughout a week to watch a film and then rewatch some of their other classmates' films and then respond to them. But this is also beneficial because it allows students to see how different stories are told. And it doesn't necessarily always have to be linear. It can be experimental. It can be told from a particular perspective. And when students see different examples of how stories are told, it inspires them and gives them different sorts of understanding of how they can tell their own story. And so there are hundreds of films on this particular website. I mean, as you can see, these archives go back all the way 19 pages, and I'm sure there's even more than that. But as you can see, some are as short as 4 minutes, others go up to very long for this. So like I said, have them watch a film, have them respond to other classmates' films. I'll provide the template for you in the description. But I hope that this is something that you can use in your own classrooms, whether it's a film class, whether it's a writing class, a speech class. There's a variety of different films that you can sort of go through and look at that you can utilize in your classroom. And as I said in the intro, if you want to revise or modify the template I provided in any way, please feel free to do so. And please share with the Classroom Hacks community about the changes you made and the ways that you sort of integrated it into your own classroom. Again, I hope these video series do help you, fellow hacks, and I hope that you're able to use them in your classroom and able to benefit not only for you, but for your students as well. Until next time, we'll see you around.